Anthony, how are you this day?
Hey, Ian, I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I am doing the same.
Awesome.
Hey, I want to begin by reading you a list of words that describe a type, and you guess which type I'm talking about.
Okay, hit me with it.
Okay. Reliable, loyal, down to earth, witty, detail oriented, and practical. Did I say that word already?
I don't think you did.
Okay,
Uh, that
well, there
that's
it is.
that sounds a lot like the Enneagram 6, the Loyalists we're talking about.
It does indeed. And that is the type that we're going to be talking about as part of this ongoing series of ours on the Enneagram and parenting, in which we're going through each type and helping them learn how they can become more effective in their type as they parent their children. Okay.
This is great. Okay.
Yeah, man, I've been loving this. So children of skillful loyalists, these are kids who feel harbored and secure in the world. And that loyalist's natural sense of humor always, it ensures that there's always going to be a lot of laughter in the home of a six and with their children.
Right.
When they lack self-awareness, though, those admirable qualities that I just listed become overshadowed by predictable patterns that are really unhelpful, right? From
Mm-hmm.
a parenting perspective. They can become
Right.
self-doubting, alarmist, procrastinating, and they can start hovering over their children out of a fear for their safety and well-being.
That's good. So, in this series, we've been talking to parents how to become better parents, and we do the second half with a few tips. So, how about offering a few tips to our loyalists?
Yeah. Okay, loyalists, listen up. Number one, remember fear is contagious. Fear
That's
is
good.
contagious, right?
Yeah.
It's important for loyalist parents to rein in their anxiety
Mm.
to prevent it from spreading to their kids in unhelpful ways, right? We don't want our children to grow up believing that they live in an arbitrary, random, completely unpredictable world. We want them to believe instead that we have a God who is in control. We want our kids to believe that they're in good hands.
That's good. So remember, fear is contagious and that we are all in good hands. So how about tip number two?
Okay, now tip number two is avoid making too many rules.
Hmm,
Okay,
interesting.
loyalists can become too dutiful and bound by rules, guidelines, protocols. They like the predictability of those things, and sooner or later, if you have too many household codes and rules, what will eventually happen is it's going to anger your kids and frustrate your kids, and it's going to invite them to mutiny against the captain.
Wow. Okay. That's good. Avoid making too many rules. So let's move on to tip number three.
Resist the temptation to catastrophize.
Wow. Okay. Tell us more
Yeah.
about that.
Well, we have two words we use in psychology: catastrophizing and awfulizing, right?
Okay.
Uh, so anxiety is a vague feeling of apprehension about a perceived but not necessarily real threat, right?
Okay.
So when left unchecked, this can begin to light a six's hair on fire, okay?
Hmm.
And lead them to catastrophize, right? To awfulize everything. And when you do that, your kids eventually will see you as the boy or the girl who's always crying wolf, right?
Okay. Good.
And then, this is a big problem, and then they'll begin to ignore you when a real crisis emerges.
Okay. That's good.
And you don't want that to happen.
Right. So remember, fear is contagious. Avoid making too many rules. Resist the temptation to catastrophize or awfulize. Very good.
That's right.
You have another
Yeah,
word for us
man.
to go out on?
Healthy, self-aware loyalists. I mean, they hold families in the world together. They're truly one of my favorite Enneagram types. And what can I say? Except I love sixes.
Same. We love you, sixes.